Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Kenna and I'm a Cameroonian YouTuber based in Douala, Cameroon. Thank you for clicking on this link. I feel like I say this a lot, but thank you for clicking on this link. If this is your first time here, you're welcome. This is my happy family. This is my happy place. If you have not subscribed, please click on that subscribe button. I promise you, like, I'm begging you to do that because you're going to like it here. Oh my god. Okay, so today I'm talking about something that I love so much. I'm talking about family. I'm talking about the reason why I decided to be in my house, just me and my kids with my husband. A lot of people ask me, like, Kenna, how do you even do it? It's not easy, it's stressful. A lot of people don't understand how we manage it, like 3 kids and we're just both of us in the house, but yes, we make it work. So I'm going to give you basically the pros and the cons. Like, okay, if you're choosing to do what I am doing, let's see the pros and the cons and then you make your decision. But I want to begin this video by giving you guys like a brief history of why I decided to live in my house just with my nuclear family. Yeah, why I decided to do that. First of all, growing up, I've never been in an empty house like that. No, growing up, my mom has always loved people to be by her, and up to now she's not still getting the memo. Like, she still lives with people. If I want to get like a number of people that have lived in my parents' house, it's going to be from around 50, because all kinds of people have lived with us, from friends to family members and just people that she's helping. So that's the way my house has always been. Like, growing up, I grew up in a family where I get to see like the house is always so choked up. They gave birth to me in Bamenda, and in Bamenda, our house in Bamenda were never less than 20, between 15 and 20 all the time. Like, the house was just full with people. So that is the way our house has always been. And I used to see the way my mom was stressed. Like, she never cooked in a small pot. The size of her pot used to be this big. The worst one is during holidays when other people come in. The house was always so tight. It was never easy. So just looking at that, I was like, I'm not sure I want this type. Like, we did not have that private family time, just us, because if you want to watch TV, all the cousins and other family members and friends are always there. So it just did me one way. Like, it's not that I don't like my family, but you know that there's a time when you just want to be with your siblings, just you and your siblings, with your parents, just sit like a family without all the external, like, just be just you and them. So that's the first reason I was just like, please, this type of full house is not my thing, because first of all, I'm not that kind of person that likes to be in a crowded place. So that was one of my first turn-offs. The second thing is also the treatment. After all, my mother has lived with all these people, after my parents have lived with all these people, the way some people end up treating them, the way they tend to stress a lot because of this. So I decided from there that in my house I was going to stay just with my kids. I'm not going to be looking for extra people, maybe my kids and a nanny if I try. So that was just my decision from there. And I mean, like, in my house we never stayed alone. No, like, the highest standard we lived, just us, was when we moved to Boya. That was in 1998, and then that was the time when we stayed just us, but there was still a nanny. And my mother did not stay like that, because when we transferred to from Bamenda to Boya, my mom was like, no, let's try to stay just us, let's try to bond with each other as a family. But guys, it did not still work out, because we still went with a nanny. That was okay, that was the only extra person at our home. But after 1 year, my mom started calling people again, and then the house got full. So that's just it. And so I've been living with people all our life. Like, I cannot remember a time in my mother's house that there were no people. The only time could be like when all my cousins went for holidays, and that happened just once, where everybody went, and in the house were just the 6 of us. That is me, my siblings, and my parents. left in the house. Like everybody went for holidays, and it just made like 2 weeks, so I cannot really remember a time when we have been like that in our house. And I just feel that because of that, we missed to really bond with our parents. Like I said in one of my videos, I started bonding with my mom more just before I got married, and as I got married, that's when we were really bonded. But because of the crowd and all that, you see, your mom would be like, oh, she doesn't want to treat you too special, because if she treats you special, these other people might feel uncomfortable and things like that. So the bond was not really there. But before I got married, we finally got to bond. So that was just it. And I'm like, you know what, I don't want this issue of people coming to live in my house and or whatnot. And when I say people coming to live, I'm not talking about people visiting me. People visit me all the time. Like, people come. The issue is people coming to stay like permanently in your house, as in come somebody, you know, that thing that somebody will just pack their bags and come, like, I don't have a place to stay. The person starts staying in your house, you start taking care of them. I made an intentional decision that that was not going to happen when I got married. And when I got married to my husband, though our backgrounds were not really the same, but we met eye to eye on that, because he too was like, okay, I want that we should build our family, especially the first years of marriage. I want us to build our family. I want us to concentrate on you and me, and if the kids come, on our kids. Like, people can come and visit, but people should not come and be permanent. Come and make 1 month, 2 months, 1 week, 3 days, go. Don't come and be permanent in our house. So that was the decision we made. And honestly speaking, this is 5 years after. I still love that decision I made, and I cannot go back. Like, for me, that's one of the best decisions I made, getting when I got married. Myra, guys, Myra is trying to sleep. They're trying to put her down, so she's making a few noises. Okay, so that decision, like I was saying, is the best decision I ever took. It has worked so well for me. So I'm going to give you the positive and the negative side, and I'll begin first of all with the negative side. But for me, the positive surpasses the negative, so but I'll just put it out there and then you make a decision. So for me, the first negative thing about me staying in my house with my kids all alone is that you're always tired. I'm laughing because going for the Cameroonian YouTubers meeting, a couple of people were like, oh, can I just pick up a camera? And she's like, oh my god, guys, I'm tired. It's because I'm always tired, guys. It's not easy to be in a house with your kids all alone when you're not working. At least my husband, I'll say he is a little slightly easier for him because he goes to work, but me, I'm in this house 24/7 with them, because I hardly go out. I'm always home, so it's not easy. I'm always tired. Like, I get up from bed and I'm like, oh, good morning, I'm tired, like, cause I'm always tired. So that's the first thing, you're always tired. You don't have enough time to rest. Like, see, I'm shooting a video, she's still behind, so you don't get time to rest. You're always tired. You have seen, I'm the testimony. I'm always tired because you don't get to rest. Like, yeah, I have help, she comes and she goes, but by 5 when she's going, I know that from that 5 till like 8, 9 when the kids sleep, they're on my head. And the worst part is when my husband has to work late. It's just killing me because I am with them. This one is crying, mommy this, mommy that, the baby is screaming, so you're always tired. And then the second thing is that your kids easily get bored. They easily get bored because they are used to seeing just each other. And then my case is even worse because we don't go out that much. It's just that this year I've decided, I've made a conscious decision that we have to be going out at least once a month or twice a month. It doesn't matter whether go for a hangout or go and visit somebody, but just go out. My kids don't go out that much, so they get so bored. It makes them, when they go and they see other people, see other children, they just get wild and they're like, wow, they're just all over the place because they don't go out much. So they get bored, they easily get bored. And I also see that when somebody comes to live with me for a while, when somebody comes to visit us, my kids just dump my husband and myself, and they are just all over that person. Even with this woman who works for me, when she comes, like, the children are all over her, they just abandon me. So I just feel like, well, these children are so bored, because they see me every day, they see my husband every day. At least they miss my husband a little more, because he goes and then he comes back later in the evening. But for me, when they just see a new face, they just dump me. When my mom is around, they just dump me. So I just feel like these kids are really bored. Like, they see it's the same face, the same thing every day. So I'm like, oh, I wish more people could visit, or I wish somebody was even staying here. But I feel like that would not even still help the kids, because if somebody was staying here, they'll be used to the person's face as well, and they'll still get bored. So last and very important one is that I don't have time for myself. I don't have time to just sit and relax. I don't have time, because when the person that comes and goes, when she leaves, I don't have time for myself. Like, the kids, you have to be with the kids, you cannot have a private moment. But if there's somebody extra in the house, you could always be like, okay, go and sit with this person, let me rest, go and do this. Also, I don't even have time to even go out, because if there's an event, and especially if the event is at night, it just simply means that I will either have to stay and my husband goes, or my husband stays and I go. So you don't have enough time for yourself, and I'm not too comfortable going to leave my kids with people so that they can spend the night and things like that. So yeah, that's the third reason. So those are the three negative sides to it. Now we'll talk about the positive side to this. The first thing for me is that, guys, my mind is so free knowing that nobody is staying in this house. Because, guys, go on the internet, go online, you see so many crazy things happening out there. You get scared. Like, I literally am scared. Like, if somebody comes to my house to visit, my head is just making like this. I'm just like, oh, my child is sleeping in the other room. Oh, I hope that person has not gone to touch the child. I hope that this is not happening. I hope that, all those. So I'm free, because I'm like, hey, I'm just there with my husband. So I'm not thinking like something might be happening like that. So my mind is free, very free. Talking about free, the second aspect of freeness is of being free is that I can do anything I want. It's just my kids. I can walk naked in my house. I'm not thinking of, oh, my husband's cousin is here, so I have to cover my bum bum, or I have to, like, I can walk naked. I just feel free in my house. But when somebody comes, my husband's always like, these people, when somebody is here now, I cannot just be walking. I have to be careful. I always have to be closing doors and things like that. But when we're just home on our own, you leave the doors open, you can walk from here to the parlor, everywhere. You're just feeling free. So that's another thing that I really like about it, that I feel free. The third thing is that I bond so well with my kids. My kids are my G's. And same with their dad. Like, we have that bond, that parent bond with our children, because we are their go-to for everything. We're building that bond, and that's very, very important. That's one thing that makes me really happy, when I just think that, oh my god, we're building this great bond with our children. It just makes me to chill and be like, no, this thing that we're doing is worth it. Because, guys, when there's somebody in your house, whether you like it or not, sometimes you just find yourself doing like, oh, I'm tired, you can't ask me that, go and ask auntie this or uncle this or that. But when you know that in this house it's just you and your husband, the only person that you can say is go and ask your father, or their father will say, come and go and ask your mother. So that's just it. So we really bond. Like, we help them to do their homework, then we help Kaden to do his homework. Any question that he has about school, he's going to ask us, because so it just increases that bond, that parent and child bond, which I think is really important to have. Fourth one is family friend drama. When somebody lives in your house, there will always be one drama or another. So me being in my house with my husband and only my kids, it just saves me all that family and friendship drama. You could be in your house and you're living with your husband and you have a problem, and maybe your cousin is staying in your house and you have a problem, and you and your husband, you quarrel or something, and then you make up and you move on from it. But just the fact that maybe your cousin was there, your cousin, even if you make up with your husband, your cousin keeps that in their mind and start looking at your partner in one kind of way. Some people even go as far as carrying everything that is happening in your house to go and tell the family, like,
can you imagine that man did this too? That man did like this happens in their house. He talks like that to her, she talks like this to him. They eat only this type of food, they wear only this type of clothes.
It saves you all that drama when you know that there's nobody staying in your house permanently. Oh my god, it saves you all that drama, all that family drama. It saves you all of that. You just chill in your house with your partner and your children. You're not thinking about, oh, this family member will say this or that or that. So yes, it saves you a lot from all the extra family drama. As well, you know that, okay, this person is coming to my house 3 days, the person is gone, 1 week, the person is gone. How much would that person see to carry out there to go and talk about it? And then the last one is, it's more cost effective. If you don't have money, please don't go and start looking for people to come and stay in your house. It is not by force. See, if it's so cost effective, like when you stay in your house with your children, if you get up and you say there's no money, you make your gari and you people eat, nobody is going to come and start complaining like, I went to that house, they cooked gari today, this and that. Like, it's not going to happen. So for me, that's like, it's very cost effective. For example, you could have a nanny and you don't have money and you're like, okay, you eat heated food while I'll try to buy one sachet of noodle for my children. That nanny might sit now, or that family member might sit now and start saying, this woman is not treating me well. Why should I eat overnight food when her children are eating this one? This woman is wicked, and that's why I don't like to stay in people's houses. Like all those type of things. So when you are in your home with your children will understand. If you tell your children that, my children, there's no money, this is what we're going to eat, they're going to eat and they will not complain. If you know that there's no money to pay transport to go to somewhere, you just sit in your house, like, and your kids will understand that there's no money. But when you start bringing extra people into your house, you tell them, I don't have money for this, they start looking at you, oh, this one is wicked, this one doesn't want to give me money, this one doesn't want to do this one doesn't want to do that. So it's really cost effective. And like I always say, I want my kids to live a certain standard. So for me to bring somebody extra into my house, I have to have made extra money that's going to cover that person. So yes, those are the pros for me of staying. Like, it saves me a lot of extra cost. That when there's somebody in your house, the person, you, especially if you have somebody that eats a lot, there are some people that stay in your house, they don't even feel sorry for you. They eat like 10 times a day, they go to the toilet in 2 days, toilet tissue is finished, they like they just use things, I don't know, like they bathe with soap for like 1 day, the soap is finished, you are just spending and spending, so it increases your expenditure. But if you're in your house only with your husband and your children, you're not going to have that problem. So guys, those are my pros and my cons to living just me and my kids. And I can never tell you guys it's easy. It's not easy, it can never be easy. But when I look at the advantages to that, it's far better than the disadvantages. So I'm just like, I'm going to make it work. I'm going to continue living just with my husband and my children. I don't know, maybe with time I might change my mind, but so far I'm good where I am. So if you were thinking of bringing somebody into your house or living alone with your partner, I hope that this video has helped you. If you have more points as in the advantages or the disadvantages of living like me, let me know. Maybe it's going to make me change my mind, but I seriously doubt it. If you have watched and reached here, thank you, my MVP. I hope to see you next time. Love you.